Hello everybody and welcome. Today I will talk about how to override templates in EasyPublish 5. In order to be able to understand this tutorial, I will give you first one quick overview about content management in EasyPublish. So let's go first to the admin interface. I'll just log in as admin. And we need to go to the Setup tab and check these classes here. In EasyPublish 5 we have content type, and it is what in EasyPublish Legacy we used to call classes. So content type defines a structure of data. It does not store data properly saying. It is just a template for creating content objects. So it consists of data types, which are pieces of information like strings, integers, float numbers, etc. EasyPublish has some content types and data types out of the box, but you can create your own content types and also data types. In this tutorial, I will show how to create a custom content type, but not a data type, because it needs a whole tutorial just for that. So let's first show the existing content types in EasyPublish 5 in my project here. So we have article, banner, block, block item, comment, folder, gallery, info box, link, multi-banner in this content class group. So in EasyPublish, if you notice, you can have several content class groups as well. So we have in this users class group, we have the user content type and the user group content type. We also have the media, so we have the file and the image. Let's check one class here. If we check the article class, it contains the name of the class, the identifier, the description, the object name pattern. So every time we create a new object, it will have a pattern for the object name that we can specify here. So it defines if it's a container. In this case, yes, it's a container because an article can have comments, so it can contain comments. And let's check the attributes here. So an article has these attributes: title, which is a text line; short title, it's a text line; author, it's it uses author's data type. So it has the intro, XML block. So that is it. It contains several more attributes here. Each one is using a data type, is of the one data type. So in our tutorial here, let's create a new class. Just show the process. So we can go here in content and let's click here, new class, and I'll create a class called simple article. Okay, so in the identifier here, I'll say it's a simple article. You can check this here for more information about let me check here. No. Okay, so the description I'll just left it blank. Object name pattern. Let's first create one attribute here. I will add one attribute called title. Okay, the identifier will be title, and it will be required, searchable, and it's not an information code. I will not give further details about creating content classes or content types here. I'll just give you one overview. So I'll just create one more field here, called one XML block, and I'll call it body. Just these two attributes for this class. So it's not required, it's searchable. Default object availability. So if there's a description here, okay, I'll just keep it checked. And if I click apply and I click OK here, it will say that the object name pattern is just title. So that is it. That is how we create a content type. I'll not give you any further details because I believe I can create another tutorial giving more details about this, or you can check confluence.easy.no, or you can just check doc.easy.no. Check here. This is the Easy Publish documentation as well, so you can just go here and read more about the content types of classes and etc. Also, you can check Confluence, maybe they have updated the info here. But yeah, we created our first article. Now we can talk about what is a content object. So a content object is an instance of a content type, and it does stores data. So we need also to specify what is a location or node in Easy Publish Legacy. A location is one way to represent a content object in the content tree. So we have here the content tree, and every node here is a location, and the allocation is associated with a content object. So one content object can have one or more locations, but a location can have just one content object related to that location. I mean, like associated with that location. So every time we create a content object in Easy Publish, we also will create or define its main location. So if I go here in this articles folder, I'll just delete some articles here because I'll later show something and I do not want all these articles here. So I'll just delete this. So if I create a simple article here, I'm creating a content object, and after I publish, I will also create a location for this content object in the content tree. So if I so I'll just put in the title field here simple article 1, and in the body simple article text sample 1, just for a quick sample here. So now we have one content object here. We have a location here that displays information from this content object here, and this content object is one simple article object. It is an instance of the simple article content type. So we have here more information about this project. It has a node ID and the object ID. So let's add just another location here so you can have a better idea of what I'm talking about. So I'll add one location inside these folders here. So if I select, now I can see that this object, simple article, has two locations. One inside this, actually these folders here, we have it here. And if we click here and check its details. It has this ID, but this node ID. So if we check this location here of this content object, we will check that it contains the same object ID, but another node ID or location ID. So this is the main idea of the location. So one content object can have one or more locations, but one location can have just one object ID. Okay. So in Easy Publish, when we access one URL, like if you access this URL here, Easy Publish will load the location associated with the given URL and render the location view full template inside the content block. So let's check this location here in our main site. Actually, let me just copy this here. And, so if I go to this URL, Easy Publish will load this location, that location, this location here, and it will render the location view full template here inside this area here. If we check the page layout, I'll go to the page layout, to my bundle page layout here. So if we go to this area here, okay, this is where Easy Publish will render the location view full template. And I have created a default template for all the new content types, but we can create custom templates and also custom views for this for a location, right? If you want to create a custom template for the location view full template here, let's first check the Easy Publish demo bundle. So I have this here, Easy Systems demo bundle. So they have this file here, default settings. No, it's not this file. Easy demo.yml. So if you open this easy demo.yml, we can note that it contains this block here called system, and inside this block we will find the system actually the system settings for the existing site access and site access group. In this case, it's defining the settings for one site access group. And inside this site access group settings or site access settings, we can define overriding rules for the templates. In this file here, we can find override rules for the location view and also for the field templates. It's also possible to define overriding rules for another views like embed or etc. or the content view, which is the view for the content object itself, not the location. But in this tutorial I will talk about only overriding rules for the location view. But it will give you a nice idea about how the system works. In this example, it defines overriding rules for the full view template here, which is called by Easy Publish by default when accessing the location URL. But you'll notice that we can specify also our own rules for custom location views, like the line location view. I'll talk about this later. So let's check here. Oh, before we can continue, we need to note that these settings files are inside a bundle, in this case the EasyDemo bundle. And to make EasyPublish aware of these settings, we use the dependency injection system present in Symfony2. We can check how can we do this by opening the file dependency injection and EasyDemo extension.php, which is here. So there is this function here called prepend. Okay, and we call this function passing our settings to EasyPublish block here. So we load this easydemo.yml and pass the content of this file to this EasyPublish block here. It's almost the same as copying and prepending our settings to the default EasyPublish YML, which is loaded automatically by EasyPublish in Symfony2. So let's check this EasyPublish YML here. So we have this EasyPublish dev YML. So by prepending our file to this EasyPublish settings here, it's almost the same as like we go here in this EasyPublish demo.yml, copy everything here, like Ctrl A, Ctrl C, and go here and paste everything here, but we need to just do like this, and yeah, that is almost the same. So we are prepending our settings to this file here. It's almost like doing like this, but that means we could write these settings there instead of using the dependency injection system, but it's better to keep it in the bundle, because if all templates are in the bundle, it's better also to keep all the settings related to that bundle templates inside the bundle and use the dependency injection system. So I hope you understand this. So let's go back to our easydemo.yml file here. To create an override rule for a view, we need first to specify the rule name. Like in this case, the rule name, in this case we are creating a custom template for the location view full of an article content type. So in this case, the rule name is article. We can then specify the template that we are going to use for this rule. We can also specify the controller, but it's not mandatory. But you can do that if you want. So if you want to call a custom controller for a custom view template, you can just specify it here. And finally, we need to define the match rule. In this case, the match rule is identifier content type, which means that if EasyPublish is going to render one location that has the article as the content type identifier, then it will use this rule here. But there are other matching rules you can use. I'll show you how to find these rules in NetBeans. I'll just select this Ctrl C, I will open this go to type here, which I just press the Ctrl O. I will press Ctrl V here, and we can check that NetBeans find this file for me, and this is one match rules, and I'll check this here, selecting projects. And if we check this folder here inside the vendor, easy publish kernel, easy publish core, MVC, Symfony, matcher, and then content based, we can find all the matching rules that we can apply to our match rules in the template overriding rules. So we can specify content type identifier, parent content type identifier, section identifier. We can also specify content ID, content type ID, content type group ID, location ID, parent content type ID, parent location ID, remote ID, section ID, and also URL alias. When asked to show a location for a given view, EasyPublish will check all the existing rules and pick up the first one that satisfy the match condition. So let's go back to our EasyDemo YML here. So if it's going to display the blog full view, it first check this article rules here. So the match condition will not satisfy, because if it's going to render a blog, the content type identifier is blog, so this rule here is not used. Then it goes to check this rule here, blog. So if it's going to render a blog, the match condition will satisfy, because the location content type being rendered is a blog. So it will just call this controller and displays the content. So as you can see, EasyPublish will first check rule by rule and try to find and pick up the first one that matches the condition. In my bundle project, let me go here, check it's here, EasyPublish YML. I have created a default rule here. So it uses a default template for a given view. If nothing satisfies, if it does not find one rule here that matches with the given location. What I mean is, if every condition has failed, it will pick up this default template here, and I have used this URL alias and just the slash here. So everything that starts with this will match with that condition, and that is the rule that I used to render a default template here. So checking here the template used by our new content type, we can notice that it is using my default template, which is this one. I can just go here, content, default, and the full here. Okay, so it basically displays all the field identifiers and the field content. If you want to create a custom template for the full location view of the simple article class, we can go back here to my easypublish.yml, and I'll just probably copy this one, paste, and instead of the article I'll put here simple article, and here simple article, and I'll create here one folder called simple article. Okay, and I'll just copy this full template here. I just want to make things quicker here, and instead of displaying all this stuff, I'll just display the title and the text. Let me just check my article class again. Can just go here, view class. This is the class identifier. It's okay, and it has a title and a body. So I'll go back here, and instead of intro, I'll put a body, and the body here, and the name is title. It is okay. And now I believe I need to clear the cache. Console cache clear. Save everything. Just close this. Also, I want to close this. So now I have created the rule for the location view full template. So now, instead of using that default template, I'm going to use my, I need to change this here also, the path to the template file. So it's going to use this template here that's inside this views, content, simple article, and there's a file called full.html.twi. So let me just I'll put just one string here just to make things clear. Simple article. So now if I reload the page, check, yeah, now we can see that we are using a custom template for this content type. Now let's go back to our easypublish.yml file here, and also let's define a custom view template for the line view here. So I'll create the simple article line view, and here I'll put simple article line, and the met rule is simple article. So it's almost like we have defined here, and this is how we can define a custom template for a custom view. In this case it's the line view. I'll show later how to use this template here. Let's first go here in this article here, and I'll just copy the line, and here I'll change some stuff here. I'll just change this, and I'll just show the title. I do not want to show anything more, but I'll put string here, simple article, just to make sure we are using this template. If we go to the folder, this article folder, there's a problem here. Oh crap. Yeah, I will fix that problem later. So in this folder here, we will notice that it's listing only articles here, not simple articles. It's because in my bundle here, I have defined that the folder template will just show article and the folder sub-items. So I need to put it here, simple article, and now my folder will display simple article children. I need to clear the cache, and let's check this here if it's working. It's not working actually. Actually the settings is here, it's not that one. I'll just change these settings here and clear the cache and try again. Yeah, now we can see that the folder is actually showing the simple articles here. So if you go to the content structure here, I'll just log in again, and inside this articles folder we have one article and one simple article, and now it's displaying here. Let's check how we can call this template here, this custom view template here. If we go to the folder full view, let's go to the folder full view. So it has a function here that calls the show component sub request, and we can check these classes here, components. It's calling the line list, and the line list, it will fetch some content. In this case it will fetch the children, which are the article and the simple article you have created there, and it will pass the results to the line list.html.twig, and finally this line list here, it calls this function here, render control easy content view location. So in this function here we need to pass the location ID and the view type. So when we call this function in EasyPublish, it will renders this location ID, right? And it will try to find the template for the line view. So it will, in our case here, let's go to this EasyPublish HTML. We could have another custom views here, like embed or menu item, etc. In that case, we are telling EasyPublish to render the line template for that location. The first case it will be the article, and the second case it will be the simple article. But we could say to EasyPublish render the menu item or the full view or embed or etc. We can create our own custom view here. So basically that is it. Now you can create your own custom view, and then you need just to remember to call this function and pass the location ID to this function and the view type, and also you can now create templates for the full view of any content type. So that is it. If you have any question, feel free to ask, and I hope you enjoy, and that is it. Bye bye.